Is Florida, the sunny, ocean-based retirement paradise, still a dream choice for retirees in 2025? With rising home prices, soaring property taxes, and an ever-increasing cost of living, can you still afford to live comfortably in this state when you retire? In today's video, we'll break down the cost of retirement in Florida in 2025, from housing, healthcare, food, to utilities, and find out if it's still worth the money. If you're considering retiring in Florida, don't forget to subscribe and leave your comments below. Number 10. Housing prices. By 2025, Florida home prices will continue to rise, averaging 6 to 9% year over year. Population growth, retirement demand, and the post-pandemic exodus have made major cities like Miami, Tampa, and Orlando expensive. With limited budgets, many retirees may find it difficult to buy a home in central areas. However, not all of Florida is out of reach. If you're willing to live further from the big cities, towns like Sebring, Lakeland, Ocala, Inverness, and Brooksville still have homes priced under $250,000, or even lower if you look hard enough. In addition to buying a home, renting is also a popular option. A one-bedroom apartment in the suburbs can rent for $950 to $1,200 per month, depending on the area and utilities. Some even include electricity, water, and cleaning services. If you don't need to live near the beach or the city center, consider inland areas where prices are still affordable and the living environment is peaceful. Number 9. Tax. Florida has long been known as a tax haven for retirees thanks to its lack of personal income tax. This allows you to keep most of your income from pensions, Social Security, retirement accounts, or investments rather than having to give it to the government like in many other states. However, if you are planning to buy a home, be aware, Florida property taxes are not cheap. As of 2025, they will average about 0.89% of the home's value, slightly higher than the national average, and are especially high in densely populated areas like Miami-Dade or Broward County. Home insurance is also a concern. Due to the risk of hurricanes, floods, and extreme weather, many parts of Florida have homeowners insurance rates of $2,000 to $4,000 per year, and even higher near the coast. Zero income tax is a big plus, but if you buy real estate, factor in taxes and insurance to avoid financial stress in the long run. Number 8. Medical expenses. Florida has the highest proportion of seniors in the United States, so the need for healthcare is high, and healthcare costs are often slightly higher than the national average. However, if you take advantage of the right programs, these costs can be manageable. Florida retirees can choose from Medicare, Medicare Advantage, or private insurance. A common Medicare Advantage plan typically costs $20 to $80 per month, depending on the area and services included. Without insurance, a private visit can cost $100 to $150, not including prescription drugs. Florida has a diverse healthcare system, from large hospitals to community health centers to low-cost clinics. In addition, many nonprofits and local governments provide free or subsidized healthcare for people over 65. Being proactive about researching and signing up for the right health plan can save you a lot in the long run, especially if you live on a fixed pension. Number 7. Food costs. Food is one of the most important monthly expenses, and in Florida, this cost varies greatly depending on where you live and how you spend. If you shop at large supermarkets in tourist areas or cities like Miami or Orlando, you will find that prices are significantly higher. However, if you know how to shop smart, such as taking advantage of local farmers markets, low-cost supermarkets like ALDI, Save a Lot, or using coupons, you can save significantly. With the habit of cooking at home, food costs for one person can be maintained at $250-400/month. Florida also has a great advantage of a tropical climate, so fruits, vegetables, and seafood are fresh all year round. Buying in season not only saves money but also ensures quality. In addition, many small cities have food assistance programs for seniors, from subsidized to free. If you live a minimalist lifestyle and know how to make the most of your money, food costs in Florida are completely manageable. Number 6. Electricity, water, and utilities. Florida has the advantage of a tropical climate with year-round sunshine, so you don't have to worry about winter heating costs like in the northern United States. However, that doesn't mean utility bills are low. In the summer, temperatures can exceed 35 degrees Celsius, forcing you to use air conditioning regularly, especially in South Florida. Utilities including electricity, water, garbage, internet, and cable TV for a 1 to 2 person household usually range from $180-250/month, which can be higher if you live in a large house, use many electrical appliances, or have the air conditioner on all day. To save money, choose a small apartment with good insulation, use energy-saving air conditioning, and turn off appliances when not in use. Installing ceiling fans and using sun-blocking curtains also help reduce the load on the air conditioner. In addition, some senior living areas also have preferential utility rates for groups. Ask carefully when choosing a place to live so you don't pay too much each month. Number 5. Traffic. One of the major challenges of retiring in Florida is the lack of an efficient public transportation system. With the exception of a few large cities like Miami or Gainesville, most small cities and towns do not have a comprehensive bus or train network, making a personal vehicle almost mandatory. The cost of owning a car, including gas, insurance, maintenance, and registration, can range from $200 to $400 per month, depending on the type of car, how often it is used, and where you live. However, in quiet, low-density areas, you can save more on fuel, especially if you only use your car for grocery shopping, medical appointments, or church visits. Some cities like Sarasota, Gainesville, or St. Petersburg have good bus systems, especially for seniors. Additionally, many retirement communities in Florida offer free or low-cost shuttle service, which is very convenient. If you don't want to drive much, choose to live in an area that is within walking distance of amenities or has a senior-friendly local bus system. Number 4. Entertainment and community. Florida is known as a retirement paradise not only because of its warm and sunny weather but also because of its rich entertainment ecosystem for seniors. From golf courses, yoga, dance, book clubs, to art classes, community centers, you can easily find dozens of activities every week. However, not all activities are free. Participating in classes or clubs often costs from $30 to $100 per month, even higher if it is a private golf course or center. Some tourist cities such as Naples, Sarasota, or Boca Raton have higher entertainment fees than the average. The positive point is that many localities have policies to support people over 60 or 65 years old, such as free park tickets, free activities at community centers, or special offers for seniors. If you love to exercise and socialize, set aside a portion of your budget for this. It will not only help you live a happier life but also stay healthier every day. Number 3. Most expensive versus cheapest cities. Florida is a large state with a wide range of living costs from region to region. The most expensive cities include Miami, Naples, and Sarasota, known for their thriving tourism, affluent communities, and high-end amenities. Here, rents are high, and food and healthcare costs are above average. A small apartment in Miami can cost over $2,000 a month, plus additional expenses. Conversely, cheaper cities like Sebring, Ocala, Pensacola, and Lakeland are good options for retirees on a budget. Homes can still be found for under $250,000, and the cost of living is 20 to 30% lower than in bustling coastal areas. If your budget is under $2,000 a month, consider living in small, inland towns where amenities are plentiful but financial stress is minimal. Each city offers a different experience. Choose the lifestyle you want. Number 2. Retirement income. Can you live on it? According to the latest statistics in 2025, an average retiree in the U.S. receives about $1,900 to $2,100 USD/month from Social Security. With this income, the question is, can you live a stable life in Florida? The answer is yes, if you live with a plan and choose a reasonable area. In expensive areas like Miami or Naples, this income will be very difficult to manage because the rent alone can exceed $1,500 US per month. However, if you choose to live in places like Ocala, Sebring, Pensacola, or Inverness, where the cost of living is 20 to 30% lower, you can completely maintain a stable life. Many smart retirees have chosen to rent small apartments, cook at home, use public services, and participate in senior support programs such as food subsidies and free health checkups. Even on Social Security alone, you can still retire comfortably in Florida if you know how to manage your expenses and choose the right place to live. Number 1. General conclusion. Florida has long been considered an ideal retirement destination, but by 2025, the state will no longer be as cheap as before. Housing prices are rising, insurance and medical costs are escalating, especially in large coastal cities. However, that does not mean that Florida has become too much for retirees. If you have an average income of $1,800 to $200/month, know how to budget smartly, are willing to live far from the center and take advantage of local support programs, then retirement life in Florida is still completely feasible. Towns like Sebring, Ocala, Lakeland, Inverness still maintain a moderate cost of living, friendly communities, and full of basic amenities. Moreover, Florida still retains its inherent advantages: no personal income tax, warm and sunny climate all year round, and a large retirement community, making it easy for you to integrate and have a rich social life. Retiring to Florida is still an attractive option if you know where to find one that fits your budget and lifestyle. So the answer is, Florida, still livable, but not for every budget. If you love the beach, the sun, and a friendly retirement community, Florida is still a destination worth considering, as long as you choose the right place, the right way. Do you live in Florida or have you considered retiring here? Share your experiences below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any videos that break down the ins and outs of smart retirement. See you in the next one.